Subscriber areas are now live at foottrading.co.uk. Tier 1 and Tier 2 have both gone live. And don't forget, this year we've got our season pass. Incredible value. It basically works out about 4 or 5 months for free, depending on the tier that you're in. We've got more site areas being added every single day. We've got icons on there now. We've got golds. We've got shadows, anchors, hunters. We've got silvers going on very soon. We've got position change trading going on very soon. So make sure you check the website out. But for now, let's get into the video. Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video with me, Fuzzball40. Make sure you subscribe if you're new around here. We're on the road to 40,000 subscribers. If you do subscribe, when we get to 40, there'll be a massive giveaway. Fuzzball 40k is what we're on. You guys will make millions of coins. And when League SBC drops, I'll be able to show you guys how to craft packs for free on this game. You will basically end up with unlimited free packs by doing the method that I do. But a lot of people are saying at the moment they're finding it hard to trade on the game, difficult to trade in the game, etc, etc. And I'll be honest, it is harder this year than other years. The market's very all over the place, very difficult to read at times. But if you follow trends and follow patterns, you'll be able to make a lot of coins. So I want to show you in this video things that you can do to guarantee yourself profit, no matter how little it is, and spread it across all different budgets. So those who have more budget, less budget, can work with certain different things that help you make coins. So let's head over to FootWiz and I'll be right back. Alright, so we're here with the out of position team, and I do not like this team one bit for working with that much at the moment. In my opinion, some of these prices are massively inflated. Cancelo last night was 700, he's now 849. The market on these cards is so up and down. And if I'm honest with you, I find the cards a little bit underwhelming in terms of, there's a few good cards, but people like Suso, is there anything really special about him? No, Mazraoui's meh. And so I don't like these cards. And one thing that we've learnt so far from the game is that current promo players can be extremely volatile. I remember Tony, when he first came out, was like, I think like 50, 60k. I bought a load, sold him at 75 because I'd seen other promos and bang, Tony dropped in price. He's now 24k. As a side note, I've picked up a few at 24k just to see what they do over the next few days. The risk is pretty low. He's out of pack, so I picked up a few and I'm going to leave him on my transfer pile. But if you guys are looking to make relatively solid coins, like I said before, you want to look for trends. So these are the cheapest players on FIFA 23 for their rating. You could do that by typing in cheapest players by rating FootWiz in Google, and it'll bring up this page for you. And what we're going to look at is 85 rated cards. We're going to get a few of them up now. And what you're looking for is the trends and see what happens whenever cards are acquired. So Jan Sommer, for example, he hit a high of 12 on the Wednesday, dipped down back up to 10. He's now down again. As you can see, last night got very low before bouncing back significantly. With supply, these cards do get a lot of up, a lot of down. But Chiesa held up their price quite well yesterday. But again, 12k for Sula, up to 10. He's dipped back down today to 8.3. When we get supply tonight, in my opinion, these 85s at 8k and in around that are going to be relatively safe to buy. They're not really going to be that big of a risk. Again, if we look at the graphs, the last time that they were sort of in that lower end was in October, like 18th October, so 11 days ago. You've got constant pack supply at the moment that's really going to see them hold up relatively well in terms of dipping. But all we need is a half-decent SBC to see them come back up again, whether it's a guaranteed hero, icon, whatever the packs are. We've got an 85-plus team of the week in the code at the moment. Wouldn't surprise me if that's an 85-rated team needed for that one. So I'd be relatively safe on that. But we're just going to follow the trends continually. Gerard Moreno, again, at a high, it's hit 12, 10 again. You can see they've all done very similar things over and over again, and it does mean it gives you the opportunity to pick some of these cards up. Now I've seen people find it hard to snipe this year. I think you guys forget that bidding is a thing. Bidding is a thing on this game. You use it, utilize it. If Gerard Moreno is at 8.7, there's no reason why you can't get him at 7, 8, 8,000 on bids. Are you going to win every single one? No, but you will win some of them. Now let's say Gerard Moreno gets up to 11k. If you can get yourself 2k a card, let's say you've gone and bought 10 of them, it's 20k for what will probably be about 5 minutes work, 10 minutes work on bidding for him at 6 p.m. Obviously it's all about volume though. If you go and buy 10 of these cards and you make yourself 2k, and I'm doing that at a worst case scenario because you could get to 12, 13, but worst case scenario, you make 2k a card. If you buy 10, it's like meh, but if you go and buy 100 of him, well then that's suddenly 200k, and it makes a massive difference. There's a huge difference there in terms of what you're making and how you're going to make it. And so it's things like volume that make the difference when it comes to trading this year. The more volume you get, the more coins you're obviously going to make, but the easier it becomes because you've just got an investment you're sitting on chilling. Simple as that. My advice is always to not go unassigned this year if you can avoid it, purely on the basis that you might want to open up packs. But if you're not opening up packs, go unassigned. Go crazy. There's no harm in it at all. And to me, these are where you really want to be. This is there's no real risk. If we look at other cards, like people were talking about 86 ratings to me yesterday. If we look at Dybala, 14,750 at the moment, again, as high as like 15k, there's nothing in it. There's nothing in there at all. Laporte, again, higher 15k there. There's no real benefit in buying these cards. That doesn't mean that we're not going to get an SBC that doesn't see these cards get up to 16, 17, 18, 19k at some point. Is it worth your money right now? No. It's Saturday, and Saturday is when we tend to get the low point of Team of the Weeks that are currently in packs for this week, okay? And so something to bear in mind, though, is you can utilise FootWiz for your knowledge as much as possible of what cards are good. Now, I do all of this for you on the website. I go out, I fill out the guide for you guys, the weekly trading guide, and it tells you roughly what to buy for. We'll look at someone like De Ligt. So he's 23,000 coins as I record this in the morning. Now, what I've done is get up Inform Gold, minimum rating 86, maximum rating 86. And we're having a little look, and you can see Vlahovic from last week is holding the same price as De Ligt. Mason Mount, again, holding the same price as De Ligt. Pedri, the same. Everything else is up higher than that because they're all very usable cards. These guys less so, but De Ligt is still a decent card. Again, today, if with supply from Weekend League, if with supply from 6pm packs, you can get De Ligt to like 19, 20k, or even slightly more than that shadow. Hopefully you'll see a rise. The point about this though is if you look at De Ligt now at 23, there isn't much scope for movement in him. So what I would then do is go, right, what else have we got on the transfer pile? Now I know most 84s are discard price, so I'm not too stressed about 84s. I'm like, meh, that's okay, nothing special. But I look at other cards and I think, okay, called Martinez. Let's have a look at 86s and see what they're at. And what it will do is it will just give you the ability to get a rough idea of where the buy point is for these cards. If we apply the filter there, where the buy point is for these cards. And if we go to Martinez, for example, he is going to be the cheapest one of them all. He is the cheapest out of all of them at 30k. As you can see, Kevin Trapp is there at 31. You've got Milinkovic-Savic at 34. Martinez is a usable card. Again, if you can pick him up today, 27, 28, there's no real risk involved in that because you know you've got Trapp as a starting point at about 32k as a starting point there. Next up is Milinkovic-Savic at 34k. And so I would just bear that in mind when it comes to buying these cards. Well, actually, is there that much of a risk? No, not really. Not really at all. And this is how you're going to make coins. And again, it's about volume. If you pick up 10 Martinez's and make 3k each of these Martinez's, okay, cool, it's 30k. Pick up 100, it's 300k. And that's what you've got to think about when it comes to your buys this year. It really, really does matter. It really, really matters where the coin total is, what your coin total is, what you can afford to buy into, and what you don't buy into. It's so vitally important. So we'll have a quick look as well at Rule Breakers Team 2, Rule Breakers Team 1, all these cards here basically. A lot of people I know invested in certain cards, like Moreno, for example, who wasn't a good buy at all. A lot of the cards, if you look at this, Smith Rowe down at 46k now. 46k for this card. This is where you have to be so careful when it comes to buying cards. I was debating buying Smith Rowe and I looked and I was like, there's a lot of left-wing options in that league. Am I that interested in him? Probably not. But where there are positions that haven't quite got the same options, you see Sissoko is up from yesterday. So I think he got to 165 at yesterday at his low point, 171 on Thursday. He's up. There aren't that many very usable CDMs from Ligue 1. Sergio Ramos again provides links to all the big boys. So again, 370. I don't know what his low was, but it was definitely lower than that. Yeah, so his low was 315 on the Monday. So that's something you can think about for the higher tier cards, for the rule breakers. They tend to do well. I know Zaha did really, really decently out of packs. And he was an anomaly, but again, the 5-star skills is what did him. But you can see Zaha at a low point of 200. Look at him now, 272. Unbelievable. Jesus Navas, he was up at 60 yesterday. I don't know if he's dropped off since then. Nope, 60 again. He was you could pick him up at 48 on the Thursday. On the Monday, 47. So these are cards you might want to think about. They are not good to buy into out of packs. They're better in packs, getting loads of supply from Weekend League, buy them and then hold them for them to go up. But again, you need to make sure that that position doesn't have a lot of options. In La Liga Santander, you've got Navas or Llorente really that anyone uses. So that's what you need to think about in terms of the buys when it comes to buying these players. Have a little look, play about with it. Like I said, I did buy a few Tonys yesterday at 24. He's still 24,000 now. But I hope maybe out of packs you might see a little bit of a rise because he's very, very cheap for what is a very good card. But if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe down below. Make sure notifications are turned on so you never miss an upload. But for now, I'm out. Peace out. I'll speak to you soon.